Welcome, Middlers, to the Medium in the Middle podcast. My name is Stephanie, and I take you on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual exploration. I am a Reiki master teacher, a spiritual and business mentor, and of course, a psychic medium. And I am here to share my story and help you tap into your extraordinary abilities. Join me every Wednesday as we dive into the realms of intuition, energy healing, and all things mystical. Whether you're a seasoned spiritual seeker or just dipping your toes into the magical waters, this podcast is your go-to source for inspiration, guidance, and a whole lot of lessons and laughter along the way. Let's get started. Hello, Middlers. Welcome to episode 232. My name is Stephanie. I am the medium in the middle, and today we're talking energy. And we are talking about the big bad B word, blocked. Is your energy blocked? Are your chakras blocked? We're going to talk about it today. And the answer is no, they're not. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm also going to tell you why anyone who tells you that your chakras or your energy is blocked doesn't know what they're talking about. We're going to dive into it in this episode, but before we begin, let's start off with announcements because I have a lot coming up. We are going into busy season. It is September. Happy September. The kids go back to school. I feel like everything gets back into routine. And we have a lot coming down the pipeline. So my next mediumship practice circle, if you are a developing medium that wants to practice your skills, is on September 21st. So you can join that live. You will be given a partner, and they've been really amazing. I've been hosting them every month. If you have been waiting to learn Reiki Level 1, September is a great time, and the next one is September 28th and 29th. The next Level 2 is October 5th and 6th. There's only one spot left in that course, though, so I'm sure it will be gone fast. I have some exciting things coming for you in October and November. Last year, I did a business numbers planning workshop. I'm not good at naming workshops. I am good at running workshops, but it was essentially for all small business owners to plan out your 2025. And yes, you need to be doing this in September, October, ideally, not January, February, March. So in October, I host a workshop where I help you plan out your entire business year for 2025. Even if you don't have a small business, you need this workshop, honestly. So that is coming back. Save the date on October 26th. And then for all of my Reiki students and all Reiki students in all the land, I'm running the Advanced Reiki Practitioner Masterclass one time live this year in 2024. And that will be on November 2nd. So save the date for that. Those will be launching soon. But there's a lot of exciting things happening this fall. As always, I'll leave all the links you need down below in the show notes. So I am back with a card pull this week. I realized I hadn't pulled a card pull for the podcast in a while. I was doing a lot of the flash card readings, sales, and when I have a lot of card readings to do, I need to save my juju for those readings, and if I'm not in the mood, I can't pull good cards. So I really have to make sure that I am in the zone. But I am feeling back in the zone, and I went on Instagram at Medium in the Middle, my only account. Please remember, there's lots of scammers out there. My real Instagram is linked down below. And you guys voted for the Kyle Gray Angel Guide book this week. I do a little race where you can vote every week. And a nice little classic reminder, the card that was pulled was Trust the Universe. Although your faith may be challenged now, trust the universe. There is a reason for some of the experiences you've been going through recently. There are no coincidences in life, and everything is unfolding perfectly according to the divine plan. Positive opportunities are coming your way. Trust in the process and the path that you are being led down. You will know it is the right path when you experience synchronicities and other signs and wonders. These are messages reminding you to trust the universe. Always a good reminder. I literally said this about 85 times yesterday. I had something happen where I was like, oh, thank God the universe always has your back. I'll read the extended message today too. There is no such thing as chance. All is well. All is guided. If you lose an opportunity or feel you have been shut down, know that it is the work of the universe and angels, and it is right for you. If you are wondering where you're going from here, know that when you ask the universe for a sign, it will show up in the moment. You are on the right path. You are being guided by your angels to stop questioning everything that is occurring at this time and let in the miraculous support you deserve. Trust that you are deserving of good experiences, because you are, and the universe will deliver them to you. Trust the universe. Okay, let's jump right into this episode because I want to talk about the big, bad B word that is thrown around in energy so much, and that is the word blocked. Now, I don't think that anyone should ever use this word to describe energy, describe chakras, use it as a description word when talking about energy. And I have a lot of things to say about this, and I have a lot of reasons why. So hopefully, if you do use that word, I can help change your mind by the end of this episode. And if you are looking to learn about energy, I hope to give you a lot of other ways to discuss energy besides using the word blocked. So before I get into this episode, I want to use a very simple example that I use in all my Reiki trainings. So when I teach Reiki, I teach Saturday and Sunday, and it's 4.5 hours on Saturday, 4.5 hours on Sunday. And I always say to my students, if you were to check on my chakras right now, my throat is probably wide open and buzzing, and my third eye and crown are probably wide open and buzzing. Why? Because I'm teaching and I'm using my intuition and I'm giving attunements and I'm talking about Reiki. Of course, everything is going to be open, quote unquote open. I also hate the word open and closed, but that's for another podcast. But if you were to go and check my chakras at 6 p.m. when I am done teaching on Sunday night, what do you think happens to my throat? It, quote unquote, closes. One could even say my throat is blocked at 6 p.m. on Sunday. If anyone told me my throat was blocked at 6 p.m. on Sunday, I would laugh at them and tell them that they don't know anything about energy. Because of course my throat is taking a break. I just taught Reiki all weekend. I just talked for 10 hours to a bunch of students. Of course my throat is taking a break. It was open, and then at 6 o'clock it's going to probably close, and it's going to stay closed maybe until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., maybe until the middle of the day on Monday, until whenever it wants to open again. But that does not mean that anything bad is happening because my throat is blocked. It's not blocked. I was just teaching. Now I'm not teaching. Energy is. It just is. What was happening? I was teaching. My throat was open. What is happening now? I'm not teaching anymore. My throat is now blocked? That doesn't make sense. Exactly, it doesn't make sense because it's not blocked. Your chakras are literally opening and closing all day long, and a 1-second snapshot that my throat is closed at 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. doesn't mean anything. It could be open 2 seconds later. So the word blocked just makes people feel bad about their energy. And especially in Reiki, I am not here to make anyone feel bad about their energy. So why would I tell you that your throat is blocked? Why would I tell you that your throat is closed? That's not helpful information. That's not providing me anything that is going to support me and my quote unquote closed throat. Like I said, if someone were to tell me that on Sunday night, I would laugh at them. I'd say, yeah, duh, I've been teaching all weekend. You should know that as the energy worker. Or if you don't know that, you should definitely not be telling me that my throat is closed or using the big bad B word blocked, because that just shows me your lack of understanding of energy. And if you don't know, that's totally okay, but we want to avoid telling people that their energy is blocked without zero information about what that means. Blocked is such a bad word. We can use a lot of other words. I wanted to spend a lot of energy on your throat today. Your throat felt really used today. Your throat felt like it needed a break today. And then I would say, yeah, that makes sense. I've been teaching Reiki all weekend. So I want to give another example that actually happened to a client of mine. I was doing Reiki on her, and at the end of the session, all clients want their little report card. Am I good? Am I bad? Am I opened? Am I closed? Am I blocked? And I was giving them the whole speech, and then I said, why? And she was like, oh, last time I got Reiki, she told me my throat was blocked. And I was like, oh, when was the last time you got Reiki? She was like, oh, like 6 months ago. I was like, oh, so for 6 months you've been thinking your throat is blocked? She was like, yeah. And I said, oh, like, did she tell you anything else? She's like, no. Oh, great. So 6 months ago you went for Reiki. Someone said, okay, your throat's blocked by, and now for the last 6 months in the back of your head, you've been thinking, my throat is blocked, thinking you're bad, not knowing what that means, not knowing if it's still blocked, not knowing what is going on. And that person just said, your throat is blocked by. There was like steam coming out of my ears. So ever since then, I have made it my mission to never ever teach any of my Reiki students. If you learn Reiki under me, you will not learn the words good or bad energy, opened or closed chakras, or to ever say the word blocked, because that is not helpful information. We do not want anyone feeling bad about their energy. So you can say, I spent a lot of time in this area. Yeah, we really had to balance this area. Yeah, I really had to spend some time in your throat today. Is there anything going on in your throat? And I always recommend asking questions. Do not state things to people. That is ego. I'm not here to tell you what's wrong with you. I'm here to give you awareness. I'm here to ask you a question. Oh, your throat needed a lot of attention today. Your throat chakra represents this, that, and the other. It could be this, this, and this. Do you feel like ba? Oh, yeah, you're having a hard time. Oh, you need to talk to your boss on Friday. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're having a difficult conversation coming up, your throat would feel that way. And in terms of opened and closed chakras, your chakras are opening and closing all the time, all day long. They're like a revolving door. So if I'm teaching, my throat is open. When I'm done teaching, my throat might close. It might close for 5 minutes. It might close for an hour. It might close for 3 days. Who knows? Right now, I'm recording the podcast. My throat is open. When I'm done, I hope my throat takes a little break. That's not bad. I was recording a podcast. Now I am not. So please, 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 if you are a Reiki practitioner listening to this podcast, or anyone who does any work in Reiki, please stop telling people their energy is blocked, their chakras are blocked, they have a blocked sacral, No, you don't. No, you don't. You have an area that needs work. Okay. You have an area that's holding energy. Okay. You have an area that needs some attention. Okay. You're not blocked. You're not bad. There's nothing wrong with you. Energy is. Life happens. Energy happens. Sometimes being blocked is a good thing. It's like if I told you while you were having a bath that your tub was blocked. Well, yeah, you're having a bath, so it has to be blocked for you to have a bath. My throat has to rest after I teach. So I just wanted to come on here and have that conversation because I want to eliminate this word in the energy community, and I also want to explain why and how it can be harmful. You're not helping anyone by telling them anything is blocked. Provide them with information about what they could do to help their throat feel better. Did you know talking out loud will really release your throat? Do you know that even if you're not ready for that, you could hum to release your throat? If you're really uncomfortable with the conversation, you can try talking in the shower to help your throat. All of these things will make your throat feel better. And all of those things are things that I would say to a client instead of saying, your throat is blocked by. So please, if we can all promise to stop saying the word blocked, stop telling people they're blocked, stop making anyone feel bad for their energy, the world will be a better place. If you don't know, it's better to say nothing or just say, hey, I want to spend a lot of time on your throat today. Hey, maybe look up the throat chakra. I'm not sure, but feels like it needs something. Everything is better than telling someone they are blocked. We're not here to cause harm. We are here to help people become more aware of their energy and things that can help them. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk on the word blocked. I feel very passionately about this, and I drill it in all my students' heads. But I think it's a conversation that needs to be had in the energy community because we need to be doing better, and we can't be using this language and letting people walking around think that they're blocked. That's such a limiting word. It feels like there's no way out. There's no help. You're blocked. Oh my God. It's bad. Ugh, who wants to be blocked? No. Your throat needed some work today. No problem. Yeah, that's okay. That's life. Energy is. Life happens. Energy happens. So maybe send this to someone who told you that you had a chakra blocked or that your energy was blocked so that they can learn that that's not a helpful conversation or word, and that there's so many other better things that they could be saying instead of the big, bad B word. All the links you need are down below in the show notes. You can book an appointment with me in person or virtually. You can sign up for the Mediumship Circle, Reiki courses. I will be releasing the October and November workshops soon so that you can register for those. But until next Wednesday, Middlers, when I see you in your ears, hope you have a wonderful week without the B word. Bye.